Hello, human! One of the most fascinating things about kefir grains is that they're not only a living community, they can also enter states of extreme pause. States where their activity drops so low that, in practice, it's as if time stops for them. And this is where something that sounds like science fiction turns out to be real biology. When people talk about pausing kefir grains, the first thing that usually comes to mind is refrigeration. Cold temperatures reduce the metabolic activity of bacteria and yeasts. They don't kill them, they just slow them down. In the fridge, kefir grains are still alive, but running in slow motion. It's a controlled pause, useful for short breaks or trips. But there's a deeper level of pause: freezing. When kefir grains are frozen correctly, their metabolic activity drops to almost zero. Chemical reactions stop, food consumption halts. From a biological perspective, they enter a state similar to suspended animation. This isn't exclusive to kefir. Microorganisms, seeds, ancient bacteria, and even organisms found trapped in ice have shown that life can stop and restart later. In that sense, freezing kefir grains is the closest thing to time travel you'll ever experience in daily life. For them, time doesn't pass the same way. A kefir grain frozen for months or even years doesn't experience that time like we do when it's reactivated. It continues its cycle almost from where it left off, as long as the structure wasn't damaged by improper freezing. That said, freezing isn't abandonment. It's a technique that requires intention and care, and understanding that completely changes the way you see kefir grains. Now let's talk about how to come back from that time travel, because this is where many people fail. Taking kefir grains out of the freezer and expecting them to ferment perfectly on the first try means not understanding what actually happened at a biological level. After freezing, kefir grains don't wake up instantly. They need to rehydrate, reorganize their internal community, and recover their rhythm. The first cycle is usually irregular. The kefir may turn out acidic, weak, or have a strange texture. That doesn't mean the colony is damaged. It means it's waking up. Reactivation needs to be gradual. Proper milk, moderate fermentation times, and zero rush. Forcing long fermentations right after freezing is one of the most common mistakes. The colony needs stability to rebuild its balance. Here's something important to understand. Freezing does not reset kefir grains. It doesn't make them new. It pauses them. Everything they were before is still there. It was just stopped. That's why colonies that were well cared for before freezing tend to recover better than colonies that were already weakened. Many grains people believe died after freezing simply weren't given enough time to come back. They were discarded while they were still adjusting. In simple terms, if you froze them, you sent them to the future. And when they return, they need time to adapt to the present again. Now comes the critical part, when you should throw kefir grains away, even after pauses, refrigeration, or freezing, because even though they're resilient and can travel through time, they're not indestructible. The presence of visible mold, especially green, black, or pink colors, is a clear sign to discard them. Truly putrid smells, those that go beyond normal fermentation acidity, also indicate the colony is no longer safe. What is not an automatic reason to throw them away? Irregular fermentations, strange flavors after a pause, excessive acidity, or waste separation. Those are often part of the normal reactivation process. Most colonies are lost not because they failed, but because they were judged too early. Fear makes people throw away grains that were still alive and recovering. Knowing that you can pause, refrigerate, freeze, and revive kefir grains gives you freedom. It removes daily pressure. It lets kefir fit into your real life, not the other way around. And understanding that freezing literally stops their time changes your relationship with them completely. They no longer feel fragile. They look like what they truly are, an incredibly adaptable form of life. Follow me. I am Kefir and Fermenting.